Yo, welcome to another episode of Politicking with Kings. It's your host, Q.
Hello.
That was Mike B.
Alright, Mike B, why don't you introduce our special guest for the audience?
Alright, today we got two special guests in the day. I know one of them since high school. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude. Go by name of Pico. How you doing, Pico?
What's going on, man? I'm feeling, a little tired, but
Yeah.
cool,
You brought in this leading lady, Marilyn. Marilyn, hey, how you doing?
Hey y'all.
What's going on,
Great.
man?
Go.
Don't be shy. So, alright, so Pico, go back, way back. High school days, Colorwood days. So, tell me how y'all first met. Like,
Oh, man.
you go from
Is that a
there.
real story? Or?
Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Yes.
100.
Alright, 100. Alright, so we were at the hookah
Don't tell
bar.
them the one part. No, I got.
That should be 100. I could be 98. So, we just met this year, to be honest. And I met her at the hookah bar on Coventry.
Oh, man.
Right. And it was going that night.
There, man.
Yeah, it was going that night, and I went to the bar, and I'm getting my drinks. As I turn around, like I see her on a stool, like twerking. So I'm just like,
Oh, that's my DA right there. That's okay.
Love,
you don't want me to tell this part, because
hey, that was love at first twerk.
But yeah, so I seen her, and that would really caught my eye at first. So
A true nigga.
True nigga.
Alright, so basically, I caught up with her at the end of the night, and we talked, and at first she curved me for like the first couple of days. Why you curvy? That's how I just be sometimes, man. I'm just like, alright, forget it. I just took it as an L, but then I guess she was just bored one day and just surprisingly just respond back to my message like a week later. Like as if the conversation was still going, like, hey, hey, damn, I done went through some life experiences and shit.
You was real light skinned, huh?
Man, what? I'm like, oh man, left me on reading and everything though. Like,
Oh, man.
alright, that's cool.
No number, who this?
I
Cool.
did.
I guess she dubbed back though. She dubbed back. She must have did her research or something. So I don't know. But I mean, ever since then, for real, like we just been talking and just been getting closer, like every day. Like this is dope. Like that's basically where it got us today.
That's what's
The
up.
twerk. Shout out to the twerk.
Yeah. So ladies don't always think that twerking is bad. Like you can still get a
Form of communication.
your ass. Like that's how you get niggas' attention for you. You can't do it too much though. Like
Right.
just do small snippets of it. Like
Dip and get up.
I said,
dip and get up. Keep it
One
classy,
move.
Just a little bit.
Glass in your hand and everything.
Right.
That's what's up. So you want to give your side of the story, the more cleaner version.
Oh, no. It might be at 98%.
Right.
The show was about being 100. She about to say how it was we was at a ball or something.
Oh, man.
Well, first of all, I don't even know how he saw my butt because I had on a long poncho. That is the truth.
But she is thick though, so it was just like like the poncho was just moving up. So that's what got me, because I'm like, is the window open or something?
But I usually don't act that way. But that night was the first night I had went out in a long time. My friends had forced me to go out. My brother had just passed on Christmas. We
Sorry to
met
hear
in
that.
January.
Sorry to hear that.
And I went out that night and I was just free of everything. So
Clearly, you said
Yes.
the poncho was
Is that all?
Ass up, poncho up.
I'm like, this about to be a breeze. Like, but that's how I met her. I'm like, no, I'll take that back. I met all my niggas. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go ahead, try some, but
yeah, but I was mean to him that next morning. I was like, who the hell did I get my number to?
Oh, so she
And,
needed to know him in the morning.
Yeah, I just was like, who did I get my number to? But he was funny. I'm really mean to guys. And he was funny. That's why I gave him my number, because he was making jokes. And I always tell him the game was so whack that night. But I don't know how you got my number. It must have been fake. But
but y'all see where she at. So I mean, like, It might have been like weak, but it was like set up though to be like, so she could be like, oh, he ain't. We like, oh,
it was
shit.
funny.
Now she like, oh.
Yes, I am.
Man.
Yeah, I feel that. So
But yeah, it has been great ever since.
that's what's up. So why Godspeed? What's the title mean for your clothing line? Godspeed.
Alright, so Godspeed is basically just, just saying just the best of your journey, whatever you're doing, just the best of luck to it. Put your best foot forward, whatever you're doing. Like, I just feel like it's not enough positive messages out here to where like everybody's doing the same thing. Like, just different versions of, like this, blah, blah, blah. I just want to do something different. Like, all right. And it's just like, honestly, it was hurt. Because I was about to just say, forget it. Like, we just be rambling off ideas. And it's just like, oh, shoot. And it's just like, we so much in connect with each other and just thinking the same way that, we'd just say something dope. And then I'd be like, nah, like, I'll get to it later. Or something like that. She was like, no, like, you need to do this. Like, this gonna be dope. And I'm like, man, I don't know. And she's like, I'm gonna make you do it. Like, cause she already like do clothes. So she already know like the resources to get like, all the prints and all that stuff like that. So she's like, well, we can do this and this and this. And then, go ahead and use your resource to whoever you're gonna do to make it. And we can just see how it goes. So I just went to my cousin, had her like do the design for me and tweak it a little bit. And I'm just like, I showed it to her because I was in Utah at the time for work. So I showed it to her and she was just like, it's alright. Man, in my head, though, I'm just like, man, this is raw as fuck, man. Oh, that's a bag. I got you one right here. She's like, it's alright.
But he ain't showing to me in its best quality. And that's how I am. I love stuff to look perfect. And I'm like, it don't look perfect. And once you did show it to me how it was going to look, I loved it.
I have to put that
but like, it couldn't, like, I wasn't going to lie to him. Like, oh yeah, it was that 98%. I'm like, no. I don't.
She ain't doing that a lot. She be like, yeah, this shit double back. It be like, yeah, you know what, like, it wasn't the best, but it was still
I always
cool
tell him the truth
like
about
that.
everything. So
Then she be like, yeah, that was whack.
That's what's
At
up.
least it sounds like you got a good person in your corner that's gonna keep you pushing. Cause like we said in the previous episodes, like if you don't have that person, you ain't gonna want to wake up to even do it.
Right,
At least for her and being honest with you.
Right.
Man, that's a strong start.
Big start. It's huge.
Yeah, just to have that support. That's how I knew, like, it was just like, I'm just like, yeah, I can't let this one go. Like, just the stuff she was doing. Like, you don't just meet too many people that's just, like, genuine. Like, and just when people genuine, you just be sitting up here like, is she
You
really
wait for
real?
some fuck
Like,
shit
man,
to
I'm
happen.
over here like, man, trying to do my research. Like, man, what is she really like on here?
Cat facts and everything.
Right, like, man, is this like the 90-day rule or something?
Man.
No, but it's been good though, man, for real. Like, I mean, she's still been the same. Like, so I'm guessing that's 100, not 98. So
still a crazy Jamaican. Yep.
Oh, you
Man.
yeah.
Man.
That's the only thing she did lie to me about, because she was like, man, I'm Jamaican. I'm like, all right, like, you part Jamaican, or you just saying that just to, just to say you foreign or something. She was like, man, I ain't crazy for real. I'm like, I don't know, Jamaica's kind of crazy, man.
Only when he take me there, but he haven't really took me there.
So you be cussing in the accent and all that stuff?
Yeah, sometimes.
Man, she'll pop off in a heartbeat. Like, it don't matter where we at. Like, like we gotta get this together right now.
Let us say amen. What the fuck you mean say amen? The fuck?
Yeah, that's funny.
Sorry, God. You know how she was when you got here.
Man.
No, but she been cool though, for real. Like, we both know, like, like, we still, like, respect each other, to, do our own thing, whenever we want, like, give each other space. And so it ain't nothing, like, controlling, like, oh, if I want to go kick it with my friends, it's just, like, who you looking at or something like that, or what you doing, are you really there?
Well, I do a little voodoo sometimes that you don't know about.
Whoa. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Like everything be screaming, hey, one of y'all just put the flash on me real quick.
And City is some shit, this motherfucker.
She got you in the sunken place.
Second place.
They out here a robot.
You might have cut this one short.
We having technical difficulties. Might cut it off.
I'm trying to cut it off.
I text your people like, hey man, hit the switch.
Hey, he's everybody.
Turn the lights out, man.
Yeah, man.
But no, for real, back on that topic though with the clothing. Like, where
Steve
you go?
alive, hey.
Yeah, where did your like ideas come from? Like your designing ideas, or you just like a certain like your inspiration, like see something on TV, you.
Nah, to be honest though, like my dude, like one of my close friends, like in Toledo, like anytime we hop off the phone, he'd be like, Godspeed. Just like, yeah, like, and I always knew what it meant. And I just was always like, you know, like, dang, that's a cool little, you know, gesture and logo to say or whatever. Like, if I could put that on there, then, like, her idea was like, hey, if you want to get some side money, like making t-shirts, that's where it's at. Like, you know, like, you gonna get some money off of this. Like, I guarantee you, like, just trust me. So we just thinking of ideas, and I'm just like, what if I said something like Godspeed, and then we just kept talking, and I just brought up the Greek god of speed, you know, that's who the dude is or whatever. So I'm just like, I wonder if I use that, you know, and I'm just like looking around, and actually when I was scrolling on my IG, and I came across Avalon. I don't know if y'all hip to that on Coming Through the Store. Yeah. They had a shirt. I forgot what brand it was, but it was just like with that red circle. And I'm just like, oh, I could do this and this and this. And I was telling her about it, and then that's when things just got manifested. And I'm just like, well, let me see like how it'd come out if she can do it for me, if my cousin can do it. And I mean, I liked it more than I thought. And then so what I was doing was like when I came back home, I had wound up like showing some of my close friends, like, look, I just copped this shirt from Utah, because that's where I was at. So I told them, like, man, I just copped this shirt from Utah, like, how y'all like it? And they just like, that's wrong, like, where you get that from? I'm like, yeah, nigga, this is my shit. Yeah. I just want to see if y'all real.
Oh, man.
That's how I told like all my close friends, I'm like, yeah, I just copped this, like, how y'all feel about it, though? Like, I feel my wearing it.
Right, and then,
Constance, how did you feel about it once he showed you? Did he show you that the same red?
Well, yeah. I knew about it. Yeah. Well, yeah, he showed it to me. Like I said, the first time he showed me it was dull. Like the color wasn't in it. He just screenshotted me a picture, and I'm like, I don't know. And I think the circle was smaller. I'm like, the circle needs to be thicker.
It was the other logo where Godspeed was at the bottom, and it was just his name is Hermes. Yeah. So it was just him,
like,
and she was like,
it needs something to pop it,
right.
like.
But in my head, I'm like, hey man, this shirt raw. Like, I don't care what you say.
And he ended up going with what I thought would be the better thing.
Yeah. So I just told her to do like both, and that's when I just started like.
And I loved it. Once I saw it, how it was going to be sold to people, that's when I loved it. Before it was just like 50%, but. Yeah, that's how I am. Like, I design clothes. I've been doing it like for 7-8 years. And like, so I know what I like. I do t-shirts and everything like that. So I just, like the other day, we were at a listening party. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, you should do Godspeed, the definition, like all of the stuff, just how it is. And like, it looks dope. Like, people love it already. We got orders coming in.
Yeah, me too.
So...
Yeah,
So what does a 17 represent?
Just the year I came out with it.
Okay.
So it was just like when I looked it up, it was more so like I didn't want it to be like somebody. I didn't know if somebody else had it, like, you know, in the fashion world. Well, actually somebody do, but they don't like use the name as like the brand, like they just put it like on the tag or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And actually it's just coats for real. So I'm just like, dang, like I don't want to just have them like try to sue me like, oh, you're using our name. So
yeah, it's about over 1,000 guys.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch
something.
So
because it's a popular term.
Oh, for sure.
But no Godspeed 17 at all.
So what's your favorite part of being a fashion designer?
The money.
Favorite part. Yeah, when they put down the deposit.
Yes.
No. That I would have to say that. And then like I feel like it's pretty dope to just go somewhere and see somebody with your stuff on, or you have somebody like text me like, yo, or tell me like, yo, like I just seen somebody with your brand on, like just walking down the street. I done got that text like a couple times, like, yo, like I just see somebody with your stuff on. Like,
yeah.
And like last weekend or 2 weekends? Yeah, last weekend we went to the hookah bar again. She wasn't shaking her ass this time. But, but she,
classy, huh?
But yeah, I had seen two of my dudes. They came, didn't know they was coming, didn't know they was wearing the shirt, and it was just like, they came in, and then somebody else was like, yo, that's a dope shirt, like where you get it from? And I'm just like, here go my business card, man. Like, you need anything, I got you, bro. Like, go on here, I got some stuff in my trunk, even if you want something right now, like, so I mean, that's what it was, and I don't know. That is my favorite part, though.
Right, 'cause for me, when I first seen the actual T-shirt, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Told my boy, it look dope as hell. I'm gonna get me one ASAP. So, bro, I need one in white, black, whatever. But I ended up getting the one that I ended up getting the white one,
Yeah.
and the Martin Fatigue one.
Mm-hmm.
Still got it to this day, still red. It's nice, man. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
How the material, Mike?
I mean, it's good. It's good. Watched it a couple times, still fits. You ain't shrink.
Quality.
It ain't shrink. You good to go.
So you got the right female behind the scenes, so you gonna get the good product. So you
I'll make sure it's quality.
Make sure.
She don't play. I see. She don't play that.
You see the screenshot didn't get through to her. You see, like he had to go back. Yeah.
Right.
Get your money back.
Yeah, she was like, she didn't do a good job. No, she didn't say all that, but she was like, it could be better, like, like it could be tweaked so where like something else that'll pop out for it or whatever. And I felt that way too, like, cause I had wound up telling originally, like I had wanted to circle around it, like in the beginning. And I don't know, she just did that one, and then I'm like, well, she just add the circle and we'll see how it go. And that's when she did it, got back to me in a couple of days. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, let me run it by her. Like, she more, cause she been in the business for so long, like longer than me. So I just like to dress or whatever. Like, yeah, I will wear it, but.
So, like, what's the y'all biggest goal? Like, what y'all want to accomplish with this?
Man, my biggest goal for real is just like getting more publicity and like seeing people with it, and I don't know, like getting the store, getting the custom shop. Like, it's so much. Like, I feel like this is just the beginning for real, like of what I want to do, and just hopefully like just what I was on, like which I thought was cool. Like this weekend, like just going to different events and like networking. Like we done went to Atlanta. Like yesterday, came back here, went to Columbus, and we just came back from Columbus like a couple hours ago. And in Columbus, I wound up like I was a vendor at a sneaker show, so like I didn't even get to sell some of my stuff. And just seeing like how like literally like a group of friends, like they was vendors too, like they all came over and like just bought a shirt or like the jogging set or something like that. Like, well, do you got this or do you got that? And I'm just like, I ain't got all that right now, but just put your order in and I got you. But I felt like that was dope though.
And the little kids was obsessed with, we made custom Halloween shirts. They was obsessed with them. They loved them. So
yeah, it was pretty dope. I don't know if it did.
So pretty much y'all trying to take over for real.
Yes.
That's what it go. I mean, no point to being little,
Right, like
that is true.
Try to do it big.
And we have over the summer, we bought so much equipment, like stuff that I didn't have. I was working through another shop, like doing design and all that stuff. And when he came along, like it has been amazing because like I got stagnant at this place where, like, I'm like, okay, I'm cool right here. I'm going to keep going to these people and whatever. And he was so turned up off his brand, like, no, we about to buy this ourselves. So now we got everything. It ain't no middleman, no nothing. It's just us. And, like, he a computer whiz because he done learned all this stuff.
Oh, I know. He's smart. He's
like,
smart. He's smart.
So it's just been amazing. And I have saved hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars just,
we Geico.
No Geico, Pico.
There you go.
Over 15% too.
So that has been great.
Nah, but yeah, like even getting that though in the beginning though, like just seeing like where I had to go just to get stuff done. Like even though she had like the machine and like to make the shirts, we still needed the prints and stuff like that.
Of course.
And
It's
then
everything.
like just going to go get it. Like at first like we set up shop at my house. And then it's just like, go to Cleveland and go get the prints, then come back here to make it. Or do we just do it at her house? And then I get an order, but we be at my house and not her house. And it's just like, man, there's too much traveling. So it's just like, let's just get everything ourselves. And then like, even like what got me messed up was like when some of the guys, they would like mess up on the print or something like that. Like where I am, I'm like, dang, like, how I'm going to do this? Like, I need another one. I got to pay for another one. Like, I'm like, this don't read.
Hey, man, niggas don't be caring about your product. They just be wanting to get the shit done.
Like, yeah, here you go. Like, that's cool. And like, if you don't really pay attention to what you're doing, it's just like, oh, that's your fault. So it's just like, it be like something quick. Like, when I first came out, like, it was selling. Like, I ain't expected to just like, where people would be like, oh, like, I need a shirt. Like, nah, like, I need one. I'm just like, damn, like, this was just a little project that I just had going on. Like, I really didn't even, like, it wasn't something that I just been thinking about for, like, a long time. Like, we really just thought about this, like, I want to say, like, in March,
Well, you were thinking about it for a long time. You weren't pushing yourself to actually
Well, I didn't know, like, the brand, like, what I would do. I just was like, well, that'd be cool if I had, like, my own clothing line, stuff like that. And she was like, you can, like, it's easy. I'm just like, I don't know, like, what I can do, though, like... And then that's when that just came along, and I'm just like, forget it. Like, I'm just gonna run with it. And then when I see people like asking for shirts, I'm just like, shit. And that's when she was like, oh, you should have like a launch party, do something like that. And it was just like,
and it was a great turnout.
Man, great turnout. Like I set a goal for myself. Like I basically doubled my goal, and it was just like just to see how much support like I had got, because I wasn't thinking I was going. Like, people was gonna mess with me like that, though, for real. Like, like, it's mediocre. That's what I'm thinking, like, but a lot of people came out. I'm just like, and even though, like, she had wound up leaving me, like, I was by myself. This is the first time I ever did anything like this. I never hosted a party. I never did nothing. I'm over here asking everybody, like, man, y'all cool? Like, trying to make a shirt, like, trying to make a plate and a shirt at the same time. Niggas got macaroni on their shirt. Like,
Arting this shit one hand, special other hand.
Man,
my mother, how you gonna leave? I'm like, I gotta leave for 2 hours.
Her mom left, like, everybody. And it's just like, at first it was cool because it was like, just the early birds came in, like me, so.
Like me.
Like, I'm about to go on 30 minutes.
So I'm like, oh, this would be cool, man. There's like 4 or 6 people, I know these people would be cool. And some more people came, like people calling. I'm being a DJ too, so the music stopped. I'm talking about everything. Like I literally worked hard for that day. Like literally, I'm like, I earned every dollar for this. Like,
I know you had to go to sleep that night. I know you had to.
We went out that night.
Yeah, we actually went out. Yeah, we.
The grind don't stop. The grind don't stop.
Man, what?
Love at first twerk, man. Love at first twerk.
But I want
a special edition on my shirt.
Thank you for the idea. We're gonna give you 5% of that. You gonna see it on a custom shirt.
That's cool.
Love at first twerk.
That's cool.
So how would y'all describe y'all personal style? Like what you like to wear, like when you put on something, like that's me right there.
Well, me, I'm a sneakerhead. I just like to be comfortable. Like I got over like 90 pair of sneakers.
Damn.
I used to.
I guess I gotta catch up.
And I just like to be comfortable. I dress up girly sometimes, and I do. But for the most part, I just like to be comfortable in my sneakers.
That first day I went over her house, like, she had like her whole hallway on both sides, like just shoes. Like it was like a walkway. Like, you just see it, Jay. Like it's like, oh. Like, damn, like she got these.
It was
I'm like, damn, I'm like,
it was a runway.
Look, like,
It was a runway, sir.
Would you just put your clothes on, walk down the hallway, and be like, okay, I'm wearing those today.
But I forget what I have. But he has taught me, like, over the years, I felt like I became a compulsive buyer, just being single, being bored, just everything. And I'm like, why was I buying shoes? Like I told him in December that I was stressed, I was depressed, my brother had passed. And I think I bought like 9 pair of sneakers, like, you know. And I'm like, why did I do that? And like me and him made a bet at our last sneaker show that was in April. He was like, just calm down. And I'm good at saving money, but like when you, like I design, I nanny, I got a book out, so I got like sources of income coming in, so it's easy to just keep spending. And I'm like, he like, just let's make a bet and not do any of it. And like I went a month, and then I went 2 months, and I'm a Capricorn, so I want to win this bet. So I just was like, you know, and I stopped. So it's been great, and the money been stacking, and I buy shoes when I want to, but I haven't bought as many as I used to buy. So it's just been great. And we went to a sneaker show today, and I didn't buy anything. So
you see, she was about to curve me though. Like, there you go, missed out. Like, man, I just saved you over like $1,500 in like the first month. Like, don't get on this damn insurance plan.
We just started traveling and going on trips, and yeah, instead of spending money on that, we just been traveling and having fun, and just like we're working on a book together. I have 2 books out already, and me and him, we discovered like we both like to write. And one day we was playing. I was bored at work, and he was at work, and he like, let's make this story. And this was in the beginning stages where he was still trying to be a gentleman.
This one I knew it was gonna be real though. It was just like you just know when you first meet somebody, like, you know, y'all over the, you know, asking the general questions of like where you from and all that stuff like that. So I was just like, let's play a texting game or something like that. And I'm like, shit, just write a story. But I didn't know she was writing at that time though either. Like we didn't get that deep in. So like most time when I did that, like females like that do try to do it, like they wouldn't hang on for more than like an hour or nothing like that. Between me and her, that junk lasted like 3 days. Like we talking about like full paragraphs, like just going back and forth, just ad-libbing off of just some story. Like I'll write a sentence, then she write a sentence, and then it just paragraphs. Like first it didn't start off as no paragraph, and then it was just like, you know, like, and that just showed me like where her mentality was at though. Like
it got
like
real
she's
when
like
I got
really
sexual in the story.
They always do.
It got so real.
You might as well say what the story about. Go ahead.
I mean, I know you don't want to give it all away because y'all actually don't put it.
Right.
I mean, if y'all want to just.
Yeah, well, the story is just about a couple, a woman who basically is doing what a lot of women do, using her body to get what she wants with different men, and a guy, like, they get caught up in this whirlwind of trouble, and she kind of drags him into her lifestyle, even though he doesn't want to be into it. But he changes her, and so the story is just crazy, but it's going to be amazing. Like, it's going to be so dope.
But this not about us, like.
Oh no, like it's not about us.
It
ain't that friend, like,
you know, simple people would be like, well, he said that he changed her, and then in the book they say, so was she calling herself a hoe?
No, I was not a hoe. Trust me, if I was, he would know about it.
Yeah, no, that would have been dead.
Remember that?
He done did the Carfax on me already.
The Carfax, you got you.
No, like you saying about
Carfax.
There, thank you. Carfax. Absolutely. I came up
But that's
clean.
because this nigga 2 for 2 right now.
Mike gonna leave us and go with y'all, man, because that's probably he gonna.
No,
He like, they said I got a spot on the team.
I was like, dang, why you gonna do
I'm the idealist manager.
Switch sides on this
Got a
mic.
book coming out.
Like, no, man, no.
Got a book coming out.
I'm coming back. Like,
It's gonna be me and Q for like
A year.
when 3 seasons to come back. What's up, y'all? Y'all need me.
Right. I'm like, nah, well, Mike, they kicked you out, bro. They ain't need you no more, man. Now you just fall back on us. Like,
Eddie Kane and shit, Eddie Kane.
Nah, but Pico, like, what type of things do you like, bro? I mean, we got her and standpoint what she like. Pretty much she like shoes and then whatever else go with that. She go all the way.
I mean, I like shoes, but I don't have no 90 pair. It might be like 30.
Yeah, I'm about 32.
Yeah. Yeah, to be 32, like for real, like 3-2, that's probably where I'm at. She made me comment after I seen her, like, damn, like, could I manipulate it, make it look like I got a lot? That was funny. But no, I don't know, basically, I like to be versatile. Like, if I want to dress down, you know, I like to dress down. So, like, and then if I want to dress up, you know, what she really like. But, you know, if I'm going to special events or something like that, I do like to, you know, put on a tie or, you know, button down, you know, dress shoes. I don't know, it's cool. I guess it depends on the day. Like, the weather, like JR, like just, you know, it depends on what it feels like outside or something.
Yeah, I feel it. So, go ahead, Mike.
All right, so how I feel to meet Stephen A. Smith for the first time?
Dude, that was crazy. That was.
I mean, I seen your face in the picture.
Outrageous, like
but you know the crazy part though, that wasn't like no face where I was just like, oh shit, it's Stephen A. Smith or nothing like that. Like they were like the guy. Somebody in the audience was like, yo, could we take pictures with you? And he was like, yeah. And they was like, well, Stephen A. was like, well, I gotta go talk on Sports Center or somewhere else. So like, y'all need to hurry up if y'all want to take these pictures. So we just like, shit, all right. So they already had a lady, like, I guess his assistant, like, taking the pictures for him. So, like, I'm trying to I had made him a custom shirt and stuff like that. And I made him a Godspeed shirt and a custom shirt. So, like, at the same time, like, my hands full from all the stuff they give you. Like, I got this First Take shirt, like, the little Cavs wavy thing. I got the bag of his shit. I got my phone, like, trying. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, I ain't know how to do it. I'm like, yo, shit. I'm like, can I give you this? And so, like, at the same time, like, looking around, he trying to dab me up. And I'm just like, I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know what it was. But she hurried up and took the picture. And I'm just like, shit. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know. She didn't say ready, said. She was just like, boom, boom, like, all right, next. So I'm just like, shit, my whole time I'm thinking I'm making a regular face and shit like that. And I'm like walking down the street like, hell yeah, geek. I'm geek. I'm looking at the shit like, man, what the fuck was I looking at? Look like I seen fucking Casper or some shit. I'm just like, damn, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, man, but I was so turned. I'm like, I still gotta turn this some type of way. Cause I was thirsty to show that picture. Like, shit, but I don't know, that whole experience was pretty dope though, like, cause at first when I got there late, so I was like sitting in the back, and I didn't think I would be able to see him. So then somehow I guess like one seat had wound up come available, so and I was by myself. Oh, they go show. Oh.
You blast my twerk. I got to blast that crazy ass face.
Both lives. One ain't enough.
You all in, bro?
No, but so I wound up somehow getting like a seat up in the front, and like I was just waving the shirt, and then like one of the producers were walking by, and I had just showed him the shirt, and all it said was put that damn camera back on my face. I don't know if y'all seen First Take, but in one of his segments, he had said that before, like being mad at So I had put that on the shirt and vinyl, and like I showed the producer, and he was like, I like that. Then he was like, come up here, come up front. So I'm like, oh shit. So he was like, he had me go in front of the camera, bring the shirt up like this, and was like, read it. And I'm like, oh shit, this is happening for real? Mama, I made it for real. But my boss at work, I think they about to cut me a check, man. They talk about something, they want me to be like, you know, the spokesman or some shit like that. But no, they just showed all the producers from ESPN, and like they all were like talking back to the dude through the microphone saying how it was dope. How, you know, that was a good idea. Like, I was the only one that came with a shirt. I was like, never. At first, and the crazy part, the night before, I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't going. Like, it's going to be too many people there. I ain't going to be able to meet them. And I'm like, I done already took off work, so fuck it. So, but yeah, I wound up showing them. So after I said it, then that's when Stephen A. Smith came in, and he was walking past me, too. And I showed him, I'm like, look. And I really did have that face then where my eyes were. I'm like, look, man. And then he read it, and he was like, oh yeah, he dabbed me up. He was like, yeah, I like that. And then he just walked, and then that's when I just gave it to them at the end. That's when, you know, they started taking pictures. I'm like trying to hand them the shit. I'm over here looking all crippled like shit and trying to take the picture. So I ain't know what to do. So I don't know, but it was pretty cool though, just to, you know, be on camera. Then after that, like everybody was asking me, was like, well, what'd it say? Like, you know how people are. I'm just like, yeah, we are the
So what trends do y'all follow? Like to appeal to y'all customers and stuff?
Honestly, for me, I don't follow trends. And when we were just talking about, like when I just told y'all to keep the podcast going and people, you know, maybe saying look at other podcasts, my advice would be to not look at other people's stuff and to just follow your heart, because I swear to God, about 8 years ago, I hope she see me, a girl, like, you know, trolled me on Instagram. I'm petty like that. 8 years ago, yes. You know, I used to dress super weird, like not even like this, but like super weird, and it was just my style. And I would make clothes, and I remember a group of girls was like, ugh, what? Why does she dress like that? Or why do DJs shout her out? Or why do people like the way she dressed? And nobody's gonna buy her stuff. And I want to say 2 years ago, for an ugly Christmas sweater party, I wanted some white crazy fur boots, and I never saw them before. I just knew I wanted fur boots. And I made some, and the whole city, like, loved them. And, like, 2 years later, I keep getting orders. Every time this season come, I charge $85 to $90 for them. Like, the first year, I made 70 pair for, you know, people shipping them in and out. The second year, like, 150 pair. And this was something that people, you know, I don't know about that. So you just got to keep on. Like, he know. It's crazy for me. I don't sleep because I got like all this custom stuff that I'm making, and it's about what you like. And most of the stuff that I sell started from me wearing it myself, and now, you know, I'm designing stuff for people in other states, the city, everything. Like everybody know, like, you know, I don't even post my designs no more because people just, you know, my DMs are flooded, 300, 400 people. Like when this time comes, like I need this, I need that. Before we got here, people was just calling me, texting me like, okay, I want 5 pairs of this, I want 5 fur coats. So like, so, you know, just, I don't follow trends, I just set them.
I like that.
I don't know. For me, I don't really follow trends either, but I don't got the clientele she has. So. I can't talk shit yet, you know. But
I told him he gonna have to work for it. But it's gonna get there. I tell him nothing comes easy. It wasn't like that. Like my prime example, like we look on my Time Hop, and I started off making tutus, and they were $10. Now my tutus are $55. So it's the growth. Like you gotta hustle for it first. The same tutu I was making, but people was only gonna pay $10 for it, and now they paying $55 for it. So you just gotta build it up, and that's what I tell him every time, and that's why I'm here for him. Like, look, you gotta network and go to these events. You gotta take some losses before those wins come.
Exactly.
So, it's all about marketing,
right?
Yeah.
So you can't build it in one day, man. So
right.
Keep working hard. Like she don't sleep. I know. Seem like y'all ain't slept in the last couple of days.
No, we had like
in the car.
Like
in the car.
her. Like I've been dropping that.
Right. I've been like, bye, baby. I'm about to take a nap.
We stayed up all Friday night because our flight left like at 8 in the morning. So we didn't sleep Friday night. Saturday we hopped on the flight, got to Atlanta, tried to hurry up and make it to the event, and then she was asleep in the car most of the time. And then we came back this morning, but we only had like 3 hours of sleep because we went out last night.
Magic City.
Yeah, we went to Magic City, which was pretty dope.
I've seen that on Snapchat.
You know, it was pretty fun.
It's your club.
I only got to go like this, you know, so everywhere, like, but you know.
Vision, you gotta have a tunnel vision.
No, she not like that for real. She not like that. But yeah, so we got in late, so we didn't get much sleep last night either. So I don't know. So it was just like, you know, just that, and then driving to Columbus, and then doing that for like 5 hours, and then coming back here. Like I literally was like on the couch just chilling. Like, all right, it's time to go. Like, you know. But I mean, that's always been me though. Like just I don't settle. Like I'm not the I've never been the type to like take naps or something like that. Cause like when I swear to you, like when I was younger, like when I did like started finding out about naps, like my friends will always call me at that time, like going to the movies or some shit like that. And I'm like, man, like I do this shit every single time, man. Like I swear y'all know. So I'm like, I ain't taking naps no more. Like, but no, I never been that type. So it was just like I always just try to do something. Like my dad always like just raised me like just to depend on yourself. Like you don't need to be having your hand out. Like if you can't do it, like I swear my dad was like the best teacher because he always told me no, like to everything. I'm like, man, I swear, man, that's some bullshit. Like, like everything, no, like no, like go get it yourself. Like you make your own money. Like you ain't that way. You ain't gotta like depend on nobody. And at the time, I thought he was just being like just an asshole, and, like just being mean, but just seeing like how the world is and just growing up, and he's just like, well, you're not gonna understand now, but you gonna see. But now I see because I'm coming across that era where it's like, all right, like people looking at me, and I don't think that I'm like there, but other people like, bro, like you lit, like what you doing? And I don't look at it like that. Like I'm looking to go to that next goal now. Like all right, like. And I don't know, like I don't ever express it enough to like open people because I don't know how they are, but like I'm more so thinking on another level. Like how some people are thinking like right now, like you in your 20s, you're supposed to be building, yeah, but like people are selling like for like just for example like $20,000-$30,000, like only making like $10-$12 an hour or something like that. To me, it's just like I don't feel that way because my lifestyle is too expensive. Like, I don't want to be sitting here working 90 hours to get like a $1,200 check in 1 week where I could just do something, finesse it, make more money, and do less work. Right. So it was just like that's always been my thing, and I mean I just always been by that mentality, and I just always been in something. You can ask all my friends, like ever since I had a job, like I never like not worked. Like if I was out of a job, I got fired or I quit or something like that. Like it was only like a month, like I've been without work or something like that. It's like it's always like I feel like it's just too many ways to get money.
Exactly.
And it's just like instead of like I said, my dad raised me to like not ask nobody else. So like I can be down bad and I won't even say nothing to nobody. Like this, like I'm just gonna have to do something, like sleep for dinner, like
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches,
with no bread, like just mix it up like shit, like I don't even know what I'm eating. This probably a break, like.
Out the jar.
Just out the jar. Just.
I'd rather starve. Just starve.
I'll at least say some crackers or something.
Damn.
Damn, man.
The ones half and shit come together half and half.
Mix that shit up, get you some milk, and it's going. You just gotta hurry up and go to sleep. Like if you go like if you sit for more than 30 minutes, like you gotta eat it again. Like
go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Absolutely.
Wake up with a fresh start. Like all right, what I'm gonna eat? Like at least I ain't gotta worry about tonight. Like
just like throw the whole meal away. I don't want it.
Struggles. That's what builds you up though. The struggles.
Absolutely.
I feel like your most struggles come like right before your breakthrough.
Yeah,
all the time.
Definitely.
All the time.
So yeah, I wouldn't say like I first experienced that like last year. Like I lost like one of my closest friends to suicide, stuff like that. Just work, all that stuff. Like I wound up, like I was living in Toledo. I was going to Toledo for a minute, and I was actually out there for school for like 3+ years. So I was like on the midst of graduating, and my dad wound up passing away. So I wound up moving back here, and that's what really got me because like I'm trying to find a job, and at the time like I'm looking for a job going to 10 places, and I'm out here working on the factory on 55th, like running 2 machines, like making molds, and I'm only getting paid $8 an hour. And dudes in there like, sure, like if you do the overtime, like you can get like $600. But before, like I was working, like in Toledo, I was working for Jeep. And I was only getting paid $9 an hour. So I'm like, nigga, like, that's a whole dollar more. Right. If I work 10 more dollars, no, but actually, like, we used to work a lot of overtime there. So it was just like, I did get spoiled by the check. So coming back here, having to do, like, run 2 machines and only getting paid $8 an hour, working, 40, 50 hours, that don't read to me. Right. So it's just like, that's when, like, I wound up getting into school, finding out about my field, and like instantly like I just started applying myself because like what I do now, I'm a programmer, but before I was like a CNC machinist, which a lot of people don't know about, like, but it's like a dying need trade. Like it's basically just making anything like metal, like aluminum, like that's been made, like is made by like CNC machinists, basically, more than likely. So I don't know. It's been like a high-paying field, and my uncle got me hip to that, so I've been into that. And this like my 3rd year, so I progressed from like a machinist all the way up to a programmer, and I'm working on like airplanes right now. So
what's up?
Yeah, and it's just like I said, I was down bad like from 2014 up to like last year though. Like I'm talking about, I didn't got evicted out of my house in Toledo, car crash, lost my job. Right before that, my ex like took all my stuff out of my house. Like I was literally sleeping on the floor.
Where's she at? No.
Catch me outside.
It's just like, you know, like,
My baby.
right though, man. Right, where that shit at now? Like,
Lay it down. I need everything. I
My
need
uncles
everything.
and them.
yeah, though, like at that time, I'm just wondering, like, why is all this going on, though? Like, talking about, like, back to back. This one, like, just over no time of a year. This was, like, all from January to, like, April, May. Is like, this is when all this happened. Like, every month something happened. And this is, like, prior to me, like, just losing my dad, too. So it's just, like, trying to adjust to that, because I ain't really lose nobody, like, close to me. Like, I've lost, like, distant family members, but to hit something that's like so close to home is just like, damn. So trying to struggle with that, and then getting fired from my job, then losing my car, then being evicted, to now I gotta move back to my mom's house, which I haven't lived at for like 8 years. Move back with them and my 4 siblings and the dog. So it's just like it was just like all hell for me. I mean, it's all family and stuff like that, but when you go from like living by yourself to living back in a house, like a full house, it's just like, dang, you don't got that peace and quiet no more. Right. You can't do what you want. I can't move the way I want to move, and I don't know. Like that was just some bad years, and it's just like now it's just like, dang, like stuff is just falling in order just as fast as things was falling apart before. So it's just like
Godspeed.
Godspeed, for
Absolutely.
Man.
and everything. So I don't know. I just been trying to stay humble and just keep going. And just because that's what I feel like my thing was before, because I thought I was lit like before, and I'm only making like $9 an hour. Like I had the favorite car I wanted, stuff like that, and I thought I was the shit. I'm just like, nah, like I don't need this. Like I'm the shit. Like, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Like that shit, like I got like hit on my head like real hard, and I don't know. I just been on the same thing ever since, just like being more focused and being like determined to like do my own thing and just stay in my own lane, you know, and not just worry about the next man or what the next man doing. Like I was never like jealous of another dude. It always like motivated me. Like it was more so like being mad at myself. Like, damn, like nigga, like he the same age as you and we got the same 24 hours. Like, why aren't you here? Or something like that. It was never like, oh, he got it and I don't. Like, fuck him. I mean, it's just like, I always do that, like, he just working harder than I am. And I always do this, like, and I feel like most people tell me I'm too hard on myself, but I'll be looking like NBA players, like freaking Kyrie. And this nigga like 25 though, like making millions. And of course, like, he just took that time and dedication just to, you already knew what you wanted, and it was just like me, I just always looked at it like I didn't know my path yet, but now I do. It's just like I'm trying to like stay focused on that and just see where it go from there, like, you know, and just do my own thing, just, you know, fill my own shoes. And
That's what's up, man. So where you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
man, that's always a hard question for me, because like I don't ever see what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
Like I don't ever, like, I'm more so prepared for the unexpected, but I don't expect it either though.
Right.
So it's just like, yeah, if something happened, then yeah, I'm there. Like, of course, like I want my own thing. I want to work for myself. I want to be at least minimum in the 6 figures. Like in my 30s, like I need to be like well off, like have a solid foundation. Like that's how I look at it. But as far as like an exact game plan, like, oh, I'm gonna have this at this time, this is this time. Like I don't look at it like that. Like I always feel like it's just gonna fall into place like whenever it is, because when I feel like I do that and I don't meet my goal, I'm gonna be salty and just be like, damn, like I'm not working hard enough or be too stressed on myself or something like that. But it's just like just to stay consistent with my stuff and just, I don't know. So right now, like, I'm looking at it like my career is really dope too. Like, just cause like, as soon as I get enough experience, I can be an independent contractor and I can work for the government getting the same money that my job is getting paid for the same job I'm doing now. Right. Like, they getting paid like $75 an hour for the same thing, and I'm not getting paid no $75 an hour for what I'm doing. So it's just like, you know, to see that, it's just like, oh, I just need to get better at this and I could be it myself. Or I look at it like this, like, dang, like, you know, if this brand really pop off, like, you know, I can be doing this and just saying, screw that. But it's just like, I love what I do, so it's not like I come in like, oh, I gotta come in to work Monday, like, what I'm gonna do now, like, this shit boring, man. Like, I can't wait till Friday, it's already Monday at 8 a.m.
My bad,
like,
It's flu.
Oh, you right. I just do that sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people get complacent with their stuff, but it's just like, my job, what I do, it always keep me on my toes because I'm not doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm programming every day, but we work with different companies. So we work with like Boeing, which is a OEM. If people don't know, like, they're like basically like the OG of manufacturers. Like, they like the most expensive, most richest company, I believe. I don't know, they like worth billions, but they make planes. Like Airbus, they make planes too. Like, all these big companies, and it's just like they make the same thing, but they do it totally different way. So I gotta learn a whole different way. Like, I could be juggling 2 different projects, and like one way be this way, another one be a whole 360. So I'll be sitting here scratching my head like, damn, like, how the fuck I'm supposed to figure this out? That's all programming is. It's just like troubleshooting your own problems. So it's just like, I don't know, like, it always just keep me on my toes. So
because complacency can definitely get you into some trouble, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
yeah.
So that's what's good. Like, I mean, not knowing you before this, it make me want to not take a nap, make me want to get myself together for
Respect the grind more, for real.
Because obviously, like y'all both said, like, you've been doing it for almost 8 years. So obviously it's not built over one day. So
Not
it's
at all.
definitely time to grind. People complain like, oh, it's no money out here, but it's money out here. You just gotta go get it.
It's most definitely money out here.
Yeah,
It's most definitely money
And
out
it's
here.
a lot of people, like, when you a nice person and a genuine person and people see you hungry, like, in any way, like, they want to, you know, help. Like, I used to be a teacher. I got laid off. And the job I'm working now, I'm a nanny for 10 families. And it's been amazing. The most money I've ever made. I'm not, unless I start a business with him, which we plan on to, like, that's probably the only way. But they're like, that's my family now. Like, 15 children through the week, and it's just been amazing. And that's a blessing. I don't know nobody who came into, something like that kind of situation. So it's really just all about, like, your attitude. Like, I know people all over the city who, will try to do the same thing I do, but people will still come to me like, I want you to do it because I see your passion for it. I see how you love it, and you just like this good, sweet person. Like, like, literally, he knows that. Like, it'll be something that I can't even do. And somebody be like, well, I'm going to get something that you can do. Like, just because they want it from me, and that's the truth. So it's just all about your attitude and your dedication and just being genuine. And people see that. Like, they see it. And people will support you. You just got to work for it. And it don't, like you said, it doesn't come overnight. Like, not at all. But it does come.
Yeah, sitting here listening to y'all, like, it's inspiring because y'all 2 black individuals are in a relationship working together. Like, if you listen to our 2 previous episodes, I'm big on
being organic.
Nothing organic.
Organically, I thought he was gonna say.
No, we doing time. We doing God's will. But you gotta let things happen organically. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm big on teamwork in a relationship, and I see that with y'all. Like, y'all like really like top 5 couples I seen in my generation, around my age, where I know y'all got some big things planned for y'all gonna make it, man.
It'd be so funny going. Though, like, and it's only with her friends too. Like, first time I meet their friends or something like that, like, the first thing they ask is, when y'all getting a baby? When y'all having a baby?
Never.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, why you gotta be the first question? I would have such a cute baby. I'm like, damn, we ain't even been dating for a year yet. Like, damn, already?
Ooh, we gonna get married. That's what I say. I don't want no children before marriage. Like, I don't. Like, I grew up in, like, hecticness, and I never saw marriages, and my mom, you know, had different baby fathers. I love you, mama, though. If you reading this, I ain't judging you, but, you know, I want to be different. And, like, I never been that type of person. Like, I grew up in the worst community ever, but I was just always that type of girl. I never ran to it. I ran away from it, and I'm like, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be like, you know, like, I worked so hard. I feel like ain't no way I'm disappointing my mother. She was a single mother. She raised me, you know, she went through hell, and I refused to disappoint her. So I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna do everything different and just, you know, be the person that I know I'm supposed to be.
And that's what it is. Like, people see their environment now rather than seeing outside the picture. So like, well, if I see it now, it's not gonna be forever. So I'm gonna just be accustomed to it. I'm gonna get used to it, and then just blend in or try what's that word? Adapt to it.
Right.
Instead of trying to unadapt to it.
You don't have to. Right. We're not programmed to be like that. I mean, yeah. It's just different. Like, I look at the people I work for. None of them are black, of course, and it's a shock. You know, it's a culture shock. And I just wish that, I mean, like, the position I'm in, I wish, like, a lot of young black parents could see it, because, or just period. Like, I mean, by me being a teacher, you have to learn about kids and learn certain things, and just, you have to know. And we don't get taught that. Like, we don't. We get robbed of it. Like, some people in our communities, like, you know, my mother wasn't taught some of the stuff that I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy. And my biggest thing for black people, I know we want racism to end, and we want, but it starts with us. Like, one thing I can say, those families that I work for, they stick together. Like, it's unbelievable. They support each other with everything. Like, their children comes to each house, is, oh, we're having dinner, we all having dinner. Like, they support me. Like, it's just like a big support system. It's no hating. Like, now, granted, maybe they do feel, you know, a certain way towards their neighbor, but when that neighbor gonna have an event, they gonna show up, show out, put money to it, everything. They gonna put, you know, their differences to a side, and that's what I don't see. Like, I have my own family members who hate on me. Like, when I bring a book out, oh, she gonna think she all of that. She ain't gonna share money with the family. Well, damn, let me get a check first to share money with the family. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And don't get that. It's like, don't tell me, okay, I work hard for my shit, and then you be like, oh, well, where my cut at?
Exactly.
No, nigga, ain't no cut.
When you ain't putting nothing into it.
Ain't no cut.
92. That's how much it's Christmas. Right. We got a Christmas party.
I'm 10 years old then. 10 years old.
They feel entitled just because they...
Yeah, and I feel like our community need to learn how to support. We support Beyonce. We support all of these rappers, all of this Gucci, Saks Fifth, but you ain't gonna buy a $25 t-shirt from this man. Like, come on. We gotta learn to support.
Even my massage business, they be like, oh, well, can I get half off in massage?
Absolutely.
I said,
I don't get half off on my bills. That's what I tell
about it, though, like, people do that, and people don't realize, like, how much money you put into stuff. And then, just like, when you tell your price, like, oh, they be like, what? But you see him on Instagram, like, yeah, I just, you know, just left Saks Fifth, you know, like,
money in my head.
You in there with the Gucci bill, like, come on, like, all right, you paying $400 for a bill, but you can't buy a shirt, though, like, like, where all that money at? Like, y'all be all rich and famous until it's time to support y'all friends, like.
And I've told him that too, that he gotta learn, like, to be stern with people, like, them deposits gotta drop. That's our thing, because people play games, and people think they're supposed to get it. Those deposits gotta drop.
Told me ahead of time, but sometimes I'll just be trying to, like, get people like, all right, like, you said you gonna have it, like, cool. Man, they be like, they didn't have me on the runaround for like 2 weeks, like, bro, like, you still text me like, I still got you, bro. Like, nigga, shut the fuck
Family or friends. Those deposits gotta drop.
That shit funny as fuck.
It be the people you don't know that support you.
Absolutely.
I swear, no, that's real shit.
That is
People come
real.
up to you like, oh yeah, I support you, blah blah blah, but you have your friends, they be like, oh that's cool. Like I like that.
You cannot get a discount.
Yeah, and that's true. Like my
Like,
first.
you selling for how much? Can I
They
get
get it for the $5.
Or they try to get it for
It's
they
always
try to get it for
$5.
free and then try to promote it for you. Like, oh no,
Yeah.
let me wear this.
Like, man, you the one that's trying to promote your shit. Yeah, nigga. Start here passing out free shirts and shit like that.
Yes, we definitely gotta do better. And like even I just test myself. Like on a day where I ain't even got it, like I go support somebody from the city. It's like Cleveland artists, like rappers, whoever. I make sure like I couldn't make it to a concert, but I still slid a girl money for tickets, like give them away, like because I want people to do me like that.
Right.
My first book signing, like I had a sold out book signing. I think about like 80 people came, and like it wasn't half of my family. It's like Instagram people and stuff like that. So I make sure I support. But family, we do gotta realize like our family, like families need to support. Like they definitely do. I had like people like not even my own family who still don't have a book, but people like, oh my God, I told my girl to get this book. I told this person to get this book, but my own family don't. So our community need to learn how to support, and it starts with family for sure.
Why is that though?
Because
Like,
we was
why do your family be the ones that just not with it?
because my whole
They've been
thing.
with you ever since they knew you. Like,
No,
you got it. Like everybody eats B. Like everybody at the table eats.
This is what I
Even if you're not
learned.
at the table, like you've seen the table before, so it's just like,
It's probably like if they not eating, they don't want you to
They
eat.
feel like
That
I
is
could be
it.
doing that too.
Right.
Yeah.
No, to me,
So
what
why
I
do that though?
what I realized, I feel like it's a lot of different reasons. I feel like jealousy could be some of it, but the main thing for me, I feel like why family don't support, because I feel like they don't see your goal the way you see it.
Right,
they don't
that's
see
true.
you going bigger, and then it's scary. Like what this person could be, big time, and they can't get there. So like some people aren't comfortable with that, and I've realized like some people, like how I told him, like nah, I don't like that because it wasn't right. But some people gonna try to steer you away from something amazing just because they uncomfortable with it. Like, no, I don't like that, or no, you shouldn't do that, or whatever. Like people telling me like my next novel that I'm bringing out is sexual, it's sex stories. Well, people like, well, what people gonna say? Well, what people gonna think? What? I don't care. This is me.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it.
It's for the culture.
Yeah, and it's gonna sell. I'm claiming that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You just gotta believe in yourself and like just keep your circle. Like you really gotta know, like this day and age, jealousy is so scary because the people who are hanging around you, they secretly have this motive. They don't like you, and I know it. I've experienced it personally. I can be honest with me and him. I was going through hell these past last years. My last relationship, and I'm real. Like when I was telling him, don't tell the story. I'm a person, like everybody tell me, like, man, you so real. The last relationship I was going through, I ended up catching a good dude. He was fucking with dudes, all kind of craziness, and I was just. This why everybody telling him. Yeah, this why everybody.
Oh, down low niggas, man.
You better treat her right now.
Yeah.
Like for real.
So,
like, or we gonna kill you.
But
like,
in
everybody.
that time frame, when I was unhappy, like everybody like, and now I get in this perfect, like to me it's the perfect thing.
Like he did.
Yeah, like people treating him shitty, and I'm like, well, that's what you ain't gonna do because he's only been amazing to me. And like I've lost friends, stopped talking to a few family members, and he knows that I'm like the first time in my life in years where I'm genuinely happy. People are not happy for me.
Right.
And all of them that ain't happy for me ain't happy with themselves. And damn sure ain't in no good relationship. But he's inspired me, and I have, like, piggybacking off of him, I got a t-shirt line coming out myself soon called I Didn't Say That My T-Shirt Did, and it's super vulgar. It's saying all kind of shit like fuck Donald Trump, fuck you, like it's relationship quotes, politic quotes.
First twerk.
Man.
Thank you. So yeah.
Check for that. I need to check for that.
See, we try together. Y'all both can run through that one though.
Yeah, but me and my friend, we're coming out with a t-shirt line.
Check, please.
And I just want to thank y'all because y'all inspiring us too. Like just to, it's beautiful. I love like seeing black people go for stuff like this. I believe in it. Like keep it going.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
It going.
Appreciate it.
Because everybody do not support what you trying to do.
Right, man.
Nah, we appreciate y'all coming through on this busy weekend of y'all's for real to take time to come out, speak with us for a few hours. It's all good.
It was dope. Like just
It was.
listen to the first 2 episodes y'all done had. So I've been on mic, so like I just wanted to just show that same support that like people show me. And it's just crazy because like another thing is you'll ask somebody to support you and they won't support you, but then come out and like I just had somebody literally just do this. I asked them like, yo, just come out to the launch party, like just show your face, blah blah blah. Oh no, I can't make it, blah blah blah. Excuse, I'm about to do this though. I'm about this, blah 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 blah. But then the next message I get from him is, yo, like so we having this event, like we need you to donate like $10 towards our cause, and I'm just like, come on, like
Yeah.
I've been asking you to like you ain't even gotta like it's not like my shit out here like no Louis or no Gucci like $20 like I'm pretty sure
in
you
that
got
situation. Do you still support?
That's what I was just thinking though. Like, do you still support on some
just
this, or is it just like blatant? Like, all right, like
you can't do the same things.
I was about to say, I'm the type of petty person. I like to, like, I always tell him I like to kill people with kindness. I would, like, I just believe in God so much, and I tell him I'm like it's so crazy every time like I send out a blessing, it come back to me double time, like every trip. Like I don't even worry, like I don't really worry about stuff like, oh, this ain't gonna happen. Like when you just have this like faith in God, like it's definitely gonna happen. And like I always support people. That's my main thing. I feel like our main goal in life is just to support and love. Like I feel like God wants you to, love your brother, love your sister, love your neighbor. And the more that you give out, the more love you give out, the more you gonna get back. That's just how I feel about it.
That's what's up.
True.
But I do have them petty moments. I ain't gonna lie.
she over here being nice big, like you still on live, right? So I like to support, like just come through.
No,
get a pair of boots.
He know me. I be telling him, baby, pray for me, please, because I feel this Jamaican spirit coming out.
Oh man.
At least y'all balance each other out. So that was
Definitely. You ain't gotta get no voodoo put on them for real.
This was about to end early if you start doing that.
I mean, if I would have started like having like a seizure, like would y'all would have like
I would have just bounced.
Right.
You just were like, all right, y'all. So
Godspeed.
Godspeed, bro. I ain't even talk about your Godspeed, bro. You be cool. It was nice being you.
I'll pray. My kid crying. Let me go. Well, I appreciate y'all coming through for us one time.
Thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, shout y'all.
Yeah, shout y'all. Y'all social
Where can
media.
they find y'all? What y'all got coming out? Things of that nature. Your
links.
books.
Yeah.
Do all that.
So, I'm Marilyn_Cream on Instagram. A lot of people always ask me, by the way, like, is Marilyn Cream sexual? No, it's not. I love Marilyn Monroe. I got her tattooed super big on my back, and Cream is cash rules everything around me.
Get the money.
Yeah, so that's where that come from. Nothing sexual. And I have a t-shirt line coming out called I Didn't Say That My T-Shirt Did, and a book coming out called The Diaries of Us, Love, Loyalty, Sin, and Lust. So be on the lookout.
I don't got all that good stuff coming out. I just have Godspeed.
And helping me with all my stuff too. And I'm helping him.
Right. I do custom shirts too, which I'm starting to get into, which I like. And my Instagram is Pico de Gallo. That's not like the Chipotle stuff, so I'm not about to spell it the wrong way, but it's PEEKO_DE O. So some people like to, try to say that's a spell check. I guess they know more than me, but yeah, I just still got my Godspeed 17 going on. Like I said, I do custom shirts. We dibble and dabble. I'm trying to write a little bit. I be trying to write poems and, sing them, at midnight. She be like, nah, babe. Like, I'll be out here trying to write stuff. She be like, yeah, baby.
Honey mustard.
You gonna bring your ass to bed,
Please. Stop torturing me.
Nigga be trying to sing like anything. She made me believe, so I be sitting out here on the corner like,
Yeah, y'all go support, man. Support this movement. Support this teamwork that they have. And support the grind that they putting in, man. Cause sitting with these two individuals, they got something special going. And that's our show for today. I'm your host, Q.
Your boy Flu.
Your boy Mike B.
And we out.